Hello, Peter here. This is the 8th of April and really the beginning of a series of talks on drawing and painting. And today I thought, first of all, before we start the talk, I thought I'd just show you around my studio and the sort of things that you might need also when you're thinking of painting and drawing at home. Anyway, first thing, of course, I'm videoing this from my little iPod or iPad or camera that I'm using at the iPod at the moment. And I've always used my camera when I'm working, not just for a record of what I've done in the past, but also as a tool for recording things. For example, if you've taken a nice photo, for example, I took a nice photo of this boat. You can see the reflections of this boat in the water, and I thought that would make a lovely painting one day. So I probably did a sketch, I don't know, that was done in Brittany quite a long time ago. But anyway, the point is, use your camera as a record for your work. Honestly, you cannot do better than taking. Like I remember, for example, this drawing, that is from a photograph I took. Well, I don't actually, to be honest, it's from memory. It's not a photograph that I took, because none of that's there. I mean, obviously the building's there because I know the building by heart. I've drawn it so many times I don't need to. But I've fictitiously put buildings in front of it and stuff to make the composition more interesting, if you knew what I mean. But anyway, so that will be a gouache painting. There's another one I made up as if I'm a little bird flying in the sky. This is from a photograph as well I took of in New Zealand. But anyway, that's not what I want to show you. What I want to show you is my studio. Now, I don't have a big studio. It's just a normal size room. As you can see, it's got a window. It's got I've got an easel. I've got my computer, which I find useful. Printing machine there. I've got all these things available to me. It's obviously not as crowded as this on my table, but I thought I've put. Anyway, what you'll need, obviously, some painting materials like watercolor brushes. These are very good. This is a watercolor brush that you can put water in, and it's a brush as well. So you fill the water up, and you can paint using your colors, but it's got its own water supply. Very good brushes they are. So I've got a thin one. I've got three. I've got this one, a thicker one, and somewhere I've got another one somewhere. I've got three of those anyway. I can't Anyway, the other thing to have in your studio or part of your equipment is a little sketchbook where you can keep a reference of all your sketches of your work. So, and that's useful for painting in your studio. Obviously, brushes, pen and ink, a couple of rubbers, pencils, soft 6B, 5B pencils. Oh, that's the other. Anyway, and a pad, a drawing pad, paper, obviously, another sketchbook. I've got brushes, palette knives, all these sort of things, canvas, masking tape. Anyway, today, what we're going to do, if you look at this is what we're going to be finishing with. The idea of this is to make several squares, which I've done already, and I've put a piece of paper, a good quality paper that's not cheap, that the masking tape won't pull off when you tend to take it off because we're going to peel this masking tape off afterwards. But I've done 4 boxes. I've measured mine so they're actually square, but it doesn't matter what you do as long as you've got 4 boxes. And I want you to from a photograph or anything, make some images up in each square. I've made this up by just from my mind, a bowl of fruits, for example. A kind of abstract. I might do something here a bit more actually. But anyway, that's what I want you to do, because we're going to show you how to mix colours and how to achieve these sort of marks where you've got, funny when you, anyway, these marks where I've put oil, where the watercolour doesn't penetrate the paper because it's oil and water don't mix. I want to show you this technique of painting using watercolour first. So that's the first thing I would like you to do. If you can prepare something like that at home. I don't know if you can, it means getting masking tape, everything shut. But anyway, you don't have to have masking tape. You could just do 4 squares on a piece of paper and start that way. You don't have to have masking tape. But anyway, that's the first thing to think about on our first lesson. And this is the 8th of April. The next one will be the 9th of April. So I'm going to do one every day, a watercolour technique. So we're going to start with this idea of painting, overlaying colours on top of each other. So you get a nice interesting effects like this. It's not that, it looks difficult. Each one is different, only because I've layered different colours on top of each other. Now these could be actually a bowl of fruit like this. So I'm going to start off with this idea here and use oil, is olive oil. In fact, I'm using water and some watercolour paint. So that'll be in our next lesson tomorrow. Bye.